matchups, massive upsets, even a fight or two. It's a rivalry game that has defined both of these programs for generations. Death Valley Clemson Memorial Stadium. It's the South Carolina Gamecocks and the Clemson Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Death Valley, the tradition is real. You touch the rock, you run down the hill, and it is a beautiful venue. Clemson has become one of the most difficult places to play in the ACC, if not college football. These fans are electric and dynamic. Call it Death Valley for a reason. This is where teams' dreams come to die. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Holly. The Gamecocks ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Dropping back, it's Reynolds. Right side, it's Johnson. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. The game, originally held during the State Fair in Columbia as Big Thursday, was officially named the Palmetto Bowl in 2014. The trophy came a year later, replacing the old Hardee's Bowl trophy.
Very apropos. A silver palm tree for the Palmetto Bowl. That makes sense, David. This is the biggest sporting event in the state of South Carolina. I know this is a game that you and I have really enjoyed watching over the years.
I mean, so much fun, and the definition, Jesse, of hate all throughout the state, and bragging rights to whoever wins this football game and gets that trophy.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of it.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge, making the tackle.
That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's fourth down. Clemson will send the punt team out. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Looks it in. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Takes a handoff. It's Clark. He'll go out of bounds right at the 40-yard line as this offense continues to show great patience.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage, but you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
And the Gamecocks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Sellers from the gun on third down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. The Gamecocks will bring the punt team onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Oh, he's got some space. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. They were backed up, and then suddenly they weren't. They've got it 1st and 10 now inside the 50. Looking for space. It's Davidson. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Back to pass, it's Reynolds. The throw to the outside is complete. On the stop.
And when you start to develop a feel as a tight end that you can feel the zones and the holes, man, you start to become unstoppable. Nice job. QB on the same page, sees his tight end break towards the sidelines, finds the hole in the zone, delivers a strike. Nice completion, nice communication there without saying a word.
He'll take it himself. Maybe a crease. The 20. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Clemson. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
That's a nice job by the offense there in their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls, and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. The defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. He'll step out of bounds at the 23-yard line after a productive play for this offense.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. They give it back to him. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2.
Well, this running back has been the only guy obviously who's touched the ball these first 2 plays. He's looked pretty good. I think it's safe to say everybody in the stadium here on third down expecting him to get the ball again.
Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on third down. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down. And the Gamecocks will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Trying to take it back. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose. This rivalry dates back to 1896. It's been a little bizarre with the chicken curse, and it's a bit unusual, too, because the state school, South Carolina, isn't the perennial football power.
No, but it's kind of had its ebbs and flows a little bit back and forth. Some great coaches on both sides, but the in-state hate is beautiful.
You know, there's a lot of great rivalries, especially down in the South and the Deep South. This is one of the better ones, though, because you just never know what the outcome is going to be.
Gets the back moving. Looking for a man. It's Reynolds. Quickly out to the tight end. Makes the grab, down immediately. He picks up a few.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Third and 6 yards to go. They'll send the back in motion. On third and long, he has to throw for it. He fires one deep down the right side. And it's caught inside the 25.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. We've reached the break. Clemson has the lead. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. From the gun, it's Davidson. There's a crease. The tip. Got enough space. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Clemson.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And the point after is good. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should...
Oh, there's an alley to the left. The 40. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Yeah, I think if you're on offense right now, you're thinking, I don't know if our defense can stop them. They couldn't do it the last drive out. We're down a lot on the scoreboard right now, so we need to score touchdowns every time we have the ball. That was a big play for them, but they got to cap this thing off.
Throwing, Sellers. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Racing down the left side. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
You just wondered how the weather conditions would affect ball security in this game. It is so cold here at night, and that ball has got to be hard to hold on to. And you saw an example of it right there. Bad ball security leads to the takeaway.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. This offense has it with really good field position. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Using his feet. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be second and long. Follows his blocks. It's Davidson. Got 7 yards on the play. It's 3rd and 3.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. They drag him down at the 34-yard line, and they said they wanted to force mistakes, and they did just that. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Ball security going to be paramount this time, Jesse.
Yeah, and sense of urgency, too. They're trailing in this game right now. The turnover wasn't great, so, David, they really got to be able to put something positive together on this drive.
Put something positive together, be aggressive, but don't be reckless. Can't have any more of those turnovers.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Here's Sellers to throw. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. So they're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Moving out to the right. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
The Gamecocks will punt this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. Tigers send out the offense to go to work. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. To the back. Runs through a tackle. On the move at the 30. No, he loses the ball after the huge gain.
Fumbles really just comes down to luck. Oblong-shaped ball just can bounce any which way whatsoever. An offense right there, very lucky that one went out of bounds.
Cranking up a drive like that can really get you going. It's 1st down from the 44. They'll run it. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Moves the pocket. It's Reynolds. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Looking down the middle. Just got rid of that one.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Back's got it on the screen. There he goes. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
Man, this is not the plan that they drew up defensively. Like trying to get stops, trying to get them off the field. They finally get them to a 3rd down situation, and they still can't execute. So slow start for this defense. They better find some answers because they've already dug themselves a hole.
And the Tigers look to keep this drive humming. Takes the handoff. It's Davidson. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a 1st down. There's an idea that Clemson can only run the ball when they sort of trick you and get you in space, but they're showing a lot of versatility now.
Yeah, I think the word you were looking for was finesse. They've been a finesse offense, more about tempo and body blows than it is about, being physical up front. But if this unit does get that physicality and get that ground game and a good offensive line, I think that's when you see the best of the Clemson Tigers.
They're going to ride this running back. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to the ground game on the left. Got enough for the 1st down. Maybe touchdown, Tigers. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. So it's an 80-yard drive. And he finished things off with a 32-yard run to the house. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Out wide right, it's Harbor. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the 1st down.
Short pickup of 4 on 1st down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Sellers. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Clemson calls its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Oh, pressure's coming. And down he goes. Now the Tigers will take their final timeout of the half. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. And the Gamecocks will try to pin them back with the punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And he is knocked down immediately after the catch. That punt coverage team had its hair on fire. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the 1st half. Drops back, it's Reynolds. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, The defense was obviously ready for that play. They've obviously been watching film. They know that that pass play is one of the bread and butter plays this offense has, so nice job defending it.
Long way to go on second down. Turning it on at the 20. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. This offense has put on a display in the first half, and they have a chance to tack another one on before the break. On the move. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2. Clemson is quick to the line. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. No running room at all, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and goal. Absolute shank. Missed it. After the missed field goal, hey, could be worse. They're still up by 21. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
A lot of scoreboard watching today, fellas, but fear not, Week 13, we've got you covered here on the College Football Update Show. We start with a look at Utah taking on the number 12 team, the Pitt Panthers. And it's the Utes able to pull off the upset by just a score. Going to be fun to see how this changes up the rankings. That victory is a positive in what has been a very disappointing 3-9 season. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession.
Snags it, and there's running room.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Quick give, it's Clark. Defense all over him.
I gotta be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Left side, it's Tuggle. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
The Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. The run inside. It's Clark. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. They want to run this quarterback. Oh, the offense lucky to fall on that loose football.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Fires to the right. What a job to lay out and make the catch. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
They go play action with Sellers. Look out! Trying to buy time. Can't get him to the ground. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative, and that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be third down.
We know about this running back's versatility. He's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
And the Gamecocks come to the line needing just inches for the first down. Sellers lined up in the gun on third down. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Third and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on fourth down, trailing by double figures. He will be stopped short of the line to gain, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Low man wins. Defense that time on fourth down was expecting run. You saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Looking for a crease to the left. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Right back to the well. Breaks into the open. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Motion from the back. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Straight ahead, it's Davidson. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
You have to wonder, after missing a field goal on the last drive, how are they going to play this third down? Changing the routes with his receivers. Back to pass, it's Reynolds. Trying to get behind the defense. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
Got to give this defense credit, man. They've been so good in the back end in coverage. They basically gave nothing away in the first half. And here they are in the second half defending a deep ball.
Not a lot of room to field this one. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarmed him under for no gain. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Throwing, Sellers. Out wide left, it's Harbor. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38.
And obviously trailing in this football game now in the second half. This is exactly what they talked about at halftime. We've got...
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Those are hard for offensive linemen. When they get beat, you're going, no, look out for your blind side. Watch out. But great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground, and getting the football out. A little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. After punting the last time they had it, they ought to be set up for a much better result with this drive.
This offense better be licking their chops. You're not going to start with better field possession than this all game did.
You ain't lying. Forget about the last possession and what we did. You're already in scoring position. Take care of that football. Make sure you get some points.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Dropping back, it's Reynolds. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Oh, he's got some space. They'll run him out of bounds, but look what's on the ground. Penalty marker. Just a little too much there, a little too handsy, and they nabbed him for the defensive holding penalty. Looking for a productive play on first down. A designed run for the quarterback. Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play.
You know, they went QB designed run, but there just was nowhere for their quarterback to go. Couldn't go outside, and there was just way too many bodies on the inside for him to get anything positive. They lose a yard.
Very close to putting a bow on this one. Gives us a minute to check out the top 25 here in the final week of the season and to wonder what type of impact this result will have on these rankings. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. From the gun. Escapes the pressure to his right. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down.
And I'm kind of surprised by this performance, man. The QB last week, you could tell, dude, he was in rhythm. He was good timing. You could tell the chemistry with receivers were good. And today, everything just looks off. And it looks hard. It looks difficult. They got to find a way to get back in the rhythm they were in last week.
Third and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here. Just don't take a negative play. He'll be stopped short, and they'll force a fourth down. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Doesn't have a straight-on shot here. He'll kick it from the left hash and 39 yards out. No good. Penalty marker on the field, and the kicker's going to get another go at it, this time a little closer. The roughing call gives this offense a first down, and we'll see if they can take advantage of the second chance. Looking to pass, it's Reynolds. Reels it in. Runs through a man. He might have space. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
The Tigers will try to put one on the board on first and goal. Beck's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers. And they take it in for 6 more points. They extend this fourth quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak. The Tigers putting down a big paw print right now as they start to pull away from the Gamecocks.
Yeah, and I think you kind of get this here we go again feeling. Clemson had the upper hand in this series for a while now. Clemson always talked about, always loved. South Carolina's got to answer.
I feel like Clemson's been winning on the recruiting trail between these two teams in the last several years now, and I think that's really starting to show itself on the field today.
The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Here's Sellers to throw. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
It is so nice when you get a team down and you know the pass is coming. They have to pass, and that's why that dude's got 3 sacks, because they're pummeling them. All passing situations, all rushing the passer, all padding the stats.
Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. On the run, fires downfield. Intercepted for the 11th time. He'll try to take it back. The pick 6. He takes it in. Touchdown, Tigers. They built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory.
All this defense has done all game long is be absolutely dominant. They have been shutting them out, whether they've tried running it, whether they've tried throwing it. They've been creating takeaways. You get the pick 6 right there. You just can't say enough good things about how this defense has played today.
And here's the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences. He's going to let it go. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down.
Well, talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight, they thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. The defense has been ready for the deep shots. They're ready yet again here late in the game. Nice job forcing that incompletion.
Sellers. That's caught. It's Tuggle. Gets it across the 25. He'll step out of the 26 as this offense tries to grind out some yardage.
Really nice job by the quarterback, dropping back, understanding. He knew his wide receiver was going to drag across the middle of the field. Good timing, waiting for him to come open, hitting him with the strike.
From the gun on 3rd down, Sellers. Right side, it's Clark. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Rush is on. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity, because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks that this quarterback has taken is the biggest reason why they're going to lose this game.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Clark. Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Left side, it's Bennett. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
And this offense has not had much to cheer about. There's something right there. Let's see if they can string a couple of plays together. Listen, this game's probably over, but this offense has got to find some kind of a rhythm, something they can hang their hat on so that moving forward, this offense has an identity.
Throwing Sellers. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Out wide right, it's Bennett. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Yeah, and I tell you what, just trust your guy. You know, you got your guy running a corner route. It's man-to-man coverage. Throw it up top. Let him catch it on top of his head. Really nice job by the receiver going and getting that thing.
At the 20, he's got space. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
Well, this offense has not put their best product on the field today. They've got no points to show for any of their efforts so far, but they've still got a chance. But if it's going to happen, it has to happen now in this 2-minute situation. This is where their playmakers need to step up.
The Gamecocks will line it up on 1st and 10. Here's Sellers to throw. They're all over him. Gets away from one. Got some room, headed to the goal line. I'm sorry you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting gift. A late touchdown. In a lot of losses, you just want to burn the tape. You don't want to watch it. But I think there are some things that they can take into next week from this performance.
No doubt. Offense is about finding your rhythm, finding your groove, what you do well. And you can tell, at least now, starting to get a little something going that maybe you can build on.
Let's see if they can roll snake eyes in a good way and get the deuce. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Makes the grab over the middle. He gets it in there for the 2, and they'll chop a couple off that lead. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. Boy, they have delighted these home fans here by putting this game in a hammerlock, David.
Yeah, and this crowd's been jacked up. They've been excited. Now they get to breathe a little bit, Palmer. Nice lead. This offense needs to go out and protect them.
Yeah, they've been the more physical team all game long. So let's just run the ball. Let's just ice this football game. Take the W into the locker room.
2nd and long here. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. There he goes. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Man, this offense would really like to lean on this guy in the 4th quarter, right? They've got the lead, and you just saw his ability there, breaking a tackle. He looks like he's getting stronger as the game goes on. I'd expect him to get a few more carries here before this game's over.
Wants to throw on first. Fires quickly.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Motion from the wide receiver. Scanning the field, it's Reynolds. Rush right in his face. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
There we go, defense. That's the play you needed to have. All night long, you've been giving up big ones to this offense. That's why you're in the position you're in right now, down by multiple possessions. But finally, they come away with their first sack.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Looking for more room. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Sellers. Right side, it's Tuggle. Still on his feet at the 45. He goes out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, but it might be too little too late. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Fresh set of downs going to the air. He's going to run it. Got the first down. Hits the slide, got the first down with his feet. Offense uses a timeout. 17 seconds left on the clock. On first down from the 13-yard line. Now from inside the red zone. Keeping his eyes downfield. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Fires to the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing. How about this? These guys are going for 2. They'll try to run it in.
Well, head coach obviously decided it was best to go for 2 points right there. They didn't get it, and you just wonder if chasing the points is going to hurt this team later in the game.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. And after this play, the cake will be baked. And after they get him on the ground, that's going to do it. South Carolina did a lot of throwing before the game, but as it turns out, the chicken curse is alive and well as Clemson wins the Palmetto Showdown. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.